this is probably one of the nicest state park campsites we've ever stayed at. Now, there's no epic view. There's no running water right next to the site. But as far as like a maintenance perspective, this takes the cake. I mean, it's got a big gravel driveway, a big gravel area here where the picnic table and the fire ring back there. We've been a lot of places in Pennsylvania. Some places in Pennsylvania have a paved pad, but it's nothing like this. The gravel is nice. Now, it isn't completely level. We do have this side of the camper up on blocks, but that's not really that big of a deal. As we showed you last week, this is a great place to use as a base to go explore Shenandoah National Park. So check out last week's episode. We did the hike to Mary's Rock, which was spectacular. Definitely go see Shenandoah National Park while you're here. Here at the state park, there's quite a few hikes to do as well. Not sure if we'll get to do those. We are looking to try to do something tomorrow morning before we leave, but today we're going to take the kayaks on the river. We're going to put in here at the park and then float down the stream to somewhere. Rachel and Sarah right now are at the visitor center here at the park. They're trying to figure out a good place where we can pull the kayaks out of the water down near Front Royal or somewhere like that. We're looking to do about an hour to 2 hour paddle, but again, not sure where we're going to end up. So that's today's episode. They should be back shortly, and I'm just here watching Willie. He just woke up from his nap, but I think it's going to be a good day. So stick with us and see where this adventure takes us. See it? So we're having a little bit of a GoPro malfunction. Won't record anything. So this is phone footage with no microphone. So you're just gonna have to live with it. But boy, I'll tell you what, it's a beautiful day.
Oh no!
I'll get it for you, Sarah. Sarah lost her paddle. It's a beautiful day. It's a little humid, but I mean, you can't get over the views, and it's a good day to float down the stream. And just check out that farm over there. This is epic. Alright, so friends, hopefully you can see behind me. The water is quite shallow today. I think it said it's like 1.5 feet. On the website, you can look up the stream conditions. So, as you can see, we're having some struggles getting through this part of it, but it's just beautiful though. You gotta do this. We were trying to get to Eatontown, I think is what it was called. I don't think we actually made it up that far upstream. There's some public boat access road. That's where we put in. So we have my truck parked down at the state park by the campground. That's where we're trying to get to. So, don't know where we are. Don't know how long it's going to take to get there. Well, friends, good morning. Good morning once again here at Shenandoah River State Park. And by the way, the locals call this Andy Guest. It's also on the sign where the entrance to Shenandoah River State Park is. Andy Guest Jr., I think is what it is. So you may hear this place referred to as that. I do apologize for the lack of footage when it comes to the kayaking adventure on the river. My GoPro quit working for some reason, and so I wasn't able to capture it quite like I would like to. I did have my phone, but I was afraid to drop it in the water, obviously. So I did get some stuff though for you, obviously. Then after that though, we went down to Front Royal, and my aunt and uncle recommended this restaurant called Spelunkers, which is a local place, and I guess when you do the cave tours and stuff, they must recommend it. But I'll tell you what, the place was hopping. It was very difficult to get in, ton of people there, very popular, but very, very good food. The burgers are just, it's kind of like Five Guys, as far as like the fresh and like the size of the burgers. It was just amazing. And the french fries are good. And so we, Sarah, we got her some chicken strips and fries, and she of course didn't finish it. And so, I don't know if you can see here. Those are some of the fries and chicken tenders. I'm frying them up here in the skillet, and I'm going to throw some scrambled eggs on top, and that's going to be our breakfast this morning. And then it looks like we're going to go do a couple of hikes. We're going to take you to, well, let me just show you on the map. So friends, if you look at the map here, what we're going to try to do first is this Wildcat Ledge, which leads out to an overlook. We'll have to park here and get on Cottonwood and go over. And we're probably also going to take you to Colors Overlook, which you can drive right up to. There are a ton of trails here at this state park, as you can see. If you like hiking, this is a good place to do it. But I also absolutely recommend that you do some sort of float trip down the river. I don't know if I said, but we put in at Bentonville, and we actually paddled upstream some, which, if you don't have a lot of time, probably don't do that. We didn't really know how long it was going to take, and it was worth it to get a view of that farmhouse, to paddle upstream from where we put in, and then float back down. But we were on the water for like 5 hours, but we putzed around an awful lot too, so yeah, definitely worth doing that as well. Alright friends, while we're here to the parking area, we're in like one of the overflow parking lots down by the boat launch, and I think we have to walk the road a little bit over to, what's that trail called?
We're trying to do the Wildcat Ledge Trail today.
Well, I know the Wildcat Ledge, but what's the one that gets us to the Wildcat Ledge?
I think it might be the Cottonwood Trail.
So right now, we're down here in the tent camping area. I think it's called River's Edge or something along those lines. But anyway, we're personally not really into tent camping just because we come with too much stuff. We're kind of like a three-ring circus that travels around. But if I was to tent camp, a place like this would be the place I would want to tent camp. They give you a nice gravel pad over there, you can see where you can put your tent. Same fire ring like what we have up at the RV sites, picnic table, and then a place to put all your food and stuff so that the bears don't get it, because it seems as though bears are a thing, like a problematic thing here. We haven't seen any, which is more disappointing as far as we're concerned, but what it is you park down that way, and they have wagons that they provide for you to get your firewood and all your luggage and your tent and all your stuff to your site. So you don't even have to worry about it. This whole area is walk in only or paddle in, because a lot of these sites are right on the water. It's cool. I really do think that this would be a cool place to camp. The river is, you can almost make it out through the trees, so it's basically right here. I can only imagine that it is very buggy down here, because it's very buggy up by where we're camped at too. So here is even closer to the water, which probably makes it worse. So definitely a place that you want some bug spray, and pretty much anywhere you're camping by a river, that's the case. So if it's got river in the name of the campground, odds are you want bug spray. Now, I don't know where this trail is that we're trying to find. It's down this way somewhere. The other thing is there's yurts here as well. So that's cool if that's something, like if you don't have an RV and you don't want to tent camp and you want to bring the boats down here and be close to the river, I think this would be a beautiful place to camp. All in all, I know this isn't really a campground review, but we're very, very pleased with this state park and the things that there are to do here. Definitely going to be coming back and doing more hiking, and because there's more that we haven't got to do. So right here is the river, and just back over there is the yurts that I was just showing you. So, I mean, you would have full access to the river if you camp down here. Friends, Cottonwood is indeed the name of the trail, and they do have these handy signposts around. It's pretty well marked, but you can see we're going to the Wildcat Ledge, and there's supposed to be a lookout there. That's what our goal is. This is open to bicycles as well, but as you can see, this is a nice, smooth, level boardwalk of sorts. So, handicap accessible as well. This Cottonwood Trail is sort of a loop, and several miles actually that you can do. But we don't have that much time this morning. We have to be out of our campsite by 1, and we would all like to shower before we leave, because we didn't actually get to shower yesterday after the boat ride, because we were out on the water for forever, and we were having just such a good time that we didn't have time to do much else. So we just wanted to do something short this morning and see some sights. This is another chance for us to get our feet wet with this campground area, because we would like to come back. And yeah, then we'll shower and get out of here. But we're also, don't forget, going to drive over to, I think it's Colton Overlook or something along them lines. So we're going to show you that as well before we leave here. So the Wildcat Ledge here is obviously not accessible, nor is it a trail for bikes. It's steep and it's rocky. It's not very long. You don't have to be like in tremendous shape to get up here, but yeah, it's different. Now you can tell even the vegetation, and we haven't gone that far. The vegetation has changed, like the ecosystem. It's all different than down where we were. So it's very interesting. Friends, it looks like we've made it to the overlook here at Wildcat Ledge. This is nice because it's a short hike and pretty much instant gratification. It's not like you gotta climb, well, like we did the other day over at the national park. I mean, that was a long hike. That was better view, but this one, it's very cool. It is definitely worth doing, and so I highly recommend it here at Shenandoah River State Park. I think there might be a little bit more to this trail, so we're going to go check it out and see what there is to see here, but but this is pretty spectacular. You get a nice view of the river, and you can also see, you know, kind of the upstream portion. So friends, when we were kayaking yesterday, I don't think the point as the crow flies was very far where we started. But you can see how this river just zigs and zags through here. So that's why it takes forever to get anywhere. We were somewhere down in the river down there, and I could see this viewing platform up here. And I was like, man, we got to be close to the state park. But then if you look this way, we had to go the whole way around another bend to get to where we put out, because the road that we just were on, because we were just, the Wildcat Ledge is over that way somewhere. It also is where the boat launch is, and that's on the other side of this landmass right here. So, long story short is, it takes forever to get anywhere on the river.